When the lights go out, the trickle-down effect of a local venue closing. By me, Evan J. Thomas. It usually happens quietly. A post on social media, a handwritten note on the door. Maybe one last show where the room feels heavier than usual, not just from the amps, but from the realization that something irreplaceable is ending. A local music venue closes, and on the surface, it looks like just another business shutting down. But it's never just that. A venue isn't just four walls and a stage. It's an ecosystem, a scene, a gathering place. And when it disappears, the impact ripples far beyond the room where the music once lived, and it's happening at a more alarming rate. For local and emerging bands, venues are everything. They're proving grounds. They're where bands learn how to perform, connect, fail, improve, and build a following. When a venue closes, it removes one of the few accessible entry points into the live music world. Suddenly, there are fewer stages, fewer opportunities, fewer chances to be seen. That means new bands struggle to get their first shows. Mid-level acts fight harder for limited slots, and touring bands skip the area or city entirely. Momentum slows, growth stalls, and scenes shrink. What or who is to blame? Is it the aftermath of COVID, the high ticket prices, the lack of interest, oversaturation of bands, distance, maybe crappy management and booking people? Or just maybe all a bit of the above. Behind every show is someone making it happen. Local promoters, talent buyers, and independent organizers. When a venue closes, their entire operation is disrupted. They lose a reliable space, built-in audiences, and a trusted staff and infrastructure of a local music scene. Rebuilding that from scratch isn't easy. Some pivot, some relocate, some just disappear altogether. And when they go, they take relationships, connections, and opportunities with them. A venue supports more than just musicians. It feeds into the local economy in ways that often go unnoticed until they're gone. Think about a single show night. Bartenders, security, sound and lighting engineers, and door staff are all working. Nearby restaurants and bars see increased traffic. Rideshare drivers, parking attendants, and local shops benefit. Multiply that by dozens or hundreds of events per year, and the impact becomes clear. When a venue closes, that steady flow of economic activity dries up, and not only does it hurt the music scene, it hurts the local economy. Local venues are cultural anchors. They give a city identity. They create scenes. They're where communities form where people find their place. I personally have a few favorite venues that I frequent, and they all have their own unique style that makes them a desirable destination. Take that away, and something intangible disappears. A sense of belonging, a hub for creativity, a space for expression. Scenes don't just relocate overnight. They fracture, people drift, and energy dissipates. Without venues, there's no pipelines. Today's local opener is tomorrow's headliner, but only if they have somewhere to play. When young artists don't have access to stages, fewer of them stick out. The barrier to entry becomes too high, too frustrating, and too limiting. That means fewer bands, fewer risks, fewer voices, and eventually fewer breakthroughs. Cities overestimate the value of independent venues until they're gone. What looks like a small closure is actually a long-term loss in cultural capital. A strong music scene attracts tourism, draws in creative industries, enhances the city's reputation, and without it, the city becomes quieter not just in sound, but in identity. The closure of a local venue isn't just an isolated event. It's the start of a chain reaction that affects artists, workers, businesses, and entire communities. It's easy to take these spaces for granted when they're there, but when they're gone, rebuilding what they represented is exponentially harder than keeping them alive in the first place. Because at the end of the day, venues don't just host music. They host history. They host memories. The venues are the place that creates it.